Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 12.1.4 on hexatonic regions. So in the last section, we looked at a small sliver of the tonics that is connected by the operators P, L, and H. And here's that sliver again. And in fact, we've already duplicated on the bottom. So as a reminder, just 6 different triads. You can reach every chord in the region by using those operators or combining PL and LP. And you can't reach any chord outside of the region by using these operators. All of them only move along this diagonal, so you can't get to any other triads. We're stuck in this set of 6. So if you only move one half step at a time, just alternating L, P, L, P, L, P, D major, F sharp minor, F sharp major, B flat minor, B flat major, D minor, D major. So we've only moved one voice by one half step each time, and we go around, and this loop is known as a hexatonic cycle. So here we have all the chords in the hexatonic cycle. Not totally sure why they're in this order. I think this is something I wanted to fix. Yeah, because this is not accurate. So let's cross that out, draw our own. We started on D major. We went to F sharp minor. That looks like augment. I'll just make it capital. We went to F sharp major. We went to B flat minor. We went to B flat major. We went to D minor, and then back to D major. So just like the North and South Pole are directly across from each other on the Earth, hexatonic poles are directly across from each other on the hexatonic cycle. So that is wrong. And the reason that we call it a hexatonic region is because there are only 6 notes involved. If we go back to our tonic sliver, we see we have, well, D, F sharp, B flat, and then D, and then on the other side we have A, C sharp, and F. And those are the only 6 notes that appear in all 6 of these triads. So hexatonic, 6 notes. That makes sense. So you can group these notes into 2 augmented triads a half step apart, one for each axis. Your D, F sharp, B flat axis is an augmented triad. Your A, C sharp, F triad is an augmented triad. And you can represent all these triads, plus those 2 augmented triads that we kind of build everything from, as vertices on a cube. This is just another visualization to show how closely related different things are. So here's a cube. You can choose to see this is the front. You can choose to see this is the top. It's one of those cube illusions. Exciting times. Doesn't matter. The point being, every edge that we travel to get to one chord, from one chord to another, is one half step of voice leading. So B flat minor, you can raise that F to F sharp to get to F sharp major, and then you can lower that A sharp to A to get F sharp minor. We move 2 half steps to get from B flat minor to F sharp minor. And any path that you trace along the cube is going to be the same thing. You'll notice that the augmented triads are included as well. So if we go from D, we raise that A to A sharp, we get D augmented, and then we could say lower the D to C sharp and get F sharp major. So again, 2 half steps moved. Obviously, you could trace totally circuitous paths. If I want to get from B flat minor to D flat major, or D flat augmented, fastest path is just, but you could also go, and if you wanted to voice lead your chords like that, I'm sorry, that was wrong. There we go. No one's going to stop you. So this is just another handy diagram figuring out how close 2 chords are in terms of half-step voice leading. We've been focusing on one tiny sliver of the tonics, one arbitrarily chosen hexatonic region. But what about all the other triads? We were only looking at 3 major and 3 minor triads. Well, they all have their own hexatonic regions. There are 4 different hexatonic regions. There they are. Exciting. And each of these regions has exactly the same properties. And between them, they contain all of the major and minor triads. So sometimes when you're analyzing music, it makes sense to use Roman numerals, and sometimes Roman numerals don't really make sense. And using something from the tonics would make more sense. So let's take a look at this reduction of Beethoven's sonata for violin and piano. So at the beginning of this excerpt, we start in B flat minor. And then we have, B flat minor, a flat 6 chord, not totally unreasonable, pretty common in minor. But then a flat 3, okay. Going to the relative major in minor, not super uncommon. Back to flat 6. Then we have a Neapolitan in root position. Then we're tonicizing flat 6. And we've arrived in flat 6. Okay, that's plausible. Modulating from 1 to flat 6. Now we keep going and we go, oh, minor flat 6. That's not normal. That's not a Roman numeral we've ever seen before. And then we go to major 3, major 6. Now we're tonicizing major 3 in B flat minor. And then we go back to minor 3 and okay, now tonicizing B flat major. That makes sense. So in these localized regions, like it makes a little bit of sense, but why are we tonicizing flat 6? Why are we tonicizing 3? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe it'll make more sense if we treat it as modulations to those keys. So it's the same sort of thing up here, where we start in B flat minor, and then we say we're modulating to G flat, 4, 5. Okay, that checks out. And then modal mixture, and we're modulating to D. Okay, and then modal mixture, and we go to B flat major. So some clarity here. We have a 1, 4, 5, 1 sort of progression in each of the 3 tonicized keys, but why are we going to these 3 keys? And this is where the tonics comes into play and has some explanatory power. Remember this sliver of the tonics, this hexatonic region that we've been looking at? We start out at B flat minor. We go to G flat major. We go to F sharp minor, measure 46. We go to D major, measure 47. We go to D minor, and we end up in B flat major. This exactly explains why we're going to all these different keys, because they're so closely related by half-step voice leading. If you were trying to explain why we were going to these keys with the Roman numerals, you wouldn't really have an explanation. But if you just had this, then you also wouldn't have an explanation, because, like, why is there a D flat major triad? Why is there a C flat major triad? So these two explanations work together. This explains why we're going to the places we go, and the Roman numerals explain what we do in each of those places once we get there. So together, these two tools really can explain what's going on in this music and why Beethoven made the choices he did. So that's what's going on here. I hope you find combining Roman numerals and the tonics to be fruitful, and I will see you next time.